PSE two-piece cable guard mounted bow quiver? What? Need a little protein in my stimulant here. Making a mocha. Let's give it a try here. It's the first time. It's like it's you.
Speaking of Tim Connor.
The number of times I'm filming something and that dude calls.
What's up, dude?
That's pretty good. Hello, welcome back to the YouTube channel. MFJJ here with PodiumArcher.com, looking at the two-piece cable guard mounted bow quiver from PSE. Now this is going to be a very niche product because it pretty much just fits the new models of PSEs, the Mach 30, the Evolve series. This looked like a really clever idea. Definitely going to be lighter, but let's take a closer look at it and open it up. Okay, so we got typical snazzy box. Oh, a little bubble wrappy for us. Lovely. Okay, so I have no idea about anything about this, so excuse my ignorance as I open it. I can tell you for now, it actually looks really freaking light. Like there's not a lot of weight here, which is obviously something that people care a lot about these days and is a nice plus when you're talking about a bow that's already pretty light and trying to keep the weight down. 5-arrow adjustable hood, can move it up and down. I'm sure it's available in all their finishes. These are the first ones we've gotten. They're just in the green. Looks like a standard triangle bracket for the upper mount position. And then it looks like they may have provided you two different sizes of these for different sizes of arrows maybe. But it looks like that just mounts through the quiver, or the roller guard. And then some mounting hardware. I can absolutely attest, I don't think I've ever seen a lighter quiver. That's not going to weigh anything to hold 5 arrows. That's pretty impressive. Little gripper here. Let's look. Yeah, this looks like it's a little smaller. So there's probably some directions, but you know how I hate to read those. Let's see here. Tools, parts list. 2 arrow grippers, a 166/204 and a 246. So these are 2 different sizes. That will be the one that we need because this is going to go on my Mach 30 build for which bow I'm going to hunt with. So there it is. Let's bolt it on a bow. Okay, lovely. So we've got the bracketry for this here and the 2 different grippers. This is the smaller one that we're going to use. And this just slides into here, but you have to remove it to bolt this onto the roller guard. So we'll start with that. Looks like, once again, not reading any directions. Somebody in the comments, tell me how I did this wrong. It'll be all good. There's a one position that this has to go on, apparently, when you look up here. And then I'm assuming there's a bunch of different holes in this based off of what bows they're going to go on. But it doesn't quite look like it lines up perfect, so I'm not sure if this is going to force me to look at the directions. This might force me to look at the directions because this doesn't quite look right. Let's see here. So if I line those up, which that and that lines up, so maybe, okay, so that's screwing in. That didn't look like it was the right thread for that one, but we'll see. I know I'm being really vague here. You want to come in over the top and look down at this so you get a good visual here, what that looks like. So I think this is right. Yeah, that lines up. That looks correct. So those are all based off of what different bow it would go on, and that's your main one that hooks in the cable guard there. Okay, cool. And there's a third hole that lines up here that looks threaded, so I wonder if that's for that other screw, probably. I'm guessing. Maybe. Let's take a look. Maybe that's what stops the gripper, because the gripper just slides in there and it feels pretty soft. So that may be what prevents the gripper from coming out and holds it in place. Oop, that doesn't look right either. Yeah, I bet you that's what it is, but I bet you put that in after you put the gripper in. Okay, so that's the small one. That's going to slide in here. Well, maybe you put it in there and then shove it into it. We're going to experiment for you and figure it out. This is a great idea, I got to be honest, though, because just about every bow's got a guard. It might not be aluminum, but it allows you to do that. No, that can't be right. Huh. But it's a really cool idea to incorporate the cable guard that's already there, so you're not adding as much weight to mount it. Let me grab the directions and look at this again. Here. Maybe I just haven't had enough coffee yet today. All right, let's see here. 2 screws. Oh, it comes from the back side. There you go. Okay. I guess sometimes it does pay to look at the directions, folks. And that would make sense because that's probably what holds the gripper in. You get it all the way in. Come down to the back side. Sorry to screw with the camera positions here. But, yeah, it goes through here. I'm guessing. Move that out of the way. Aha. That's what pushes against the rubber to keep it in place. That's well thought out. Got to be honest. Like it lines up good. It doesn't manipulate the adjustability or the use of the guard itself. And that's adding literally the least amount of material. So then there's this little triangle doohickey for mounting that up. Just like most every other bow has on their own 2-piece quiver system. Now this isn't going to be an easily removable quiver by any means. You can remove it, you have to unbolt it, but I would also say you shouldn't take your quiver off your bow anyway. Making your bow heavier at the time of the shot is actually an advantage if you can just get it balanced. It's simply a matter of getting the weight in the right spot. Do we want to move that this way at all? Here.
Money.
Okay. So, and I'm doing this review right now because this is actually the Mach 30 I'm building for my personal hunting bow shoot down video that we're working on. This is bow number 3 of 4, maybe 5. I haven't decided on the 5th, but the next video that comes out after the review of this will be this bow being built, and it will start with a quiver on it because this is our quiver review. Now, that's a little interesting. Is that moving on the bracket? Yeah, it's here. There's a little tolerance in there. It's still kind of moving. Yeah, it's here too. This is where it's moving. Doesn't really feel like it's getting tighter. There might be, I might have got a bunk one here, folks, because it doesn't seem to want to stop rotating, but I've tightened it as much as I can tighten it, so I don't know if that's the, that's the bushing and the riser moving. I'll have to give him a call and ask him about that, because that's as tight as it can get. So let's see how an arrow fits in this thing and what it clears. So that's a Sever mechanical put in there. It didn't push on the blades at all. That's nice. Clearance over here is really good. Let's see how it does in one of the lower ones. Make sure it doesn't touch nothing, get in the way. Yeah, there's plenty of room off your limb here. So you should have great clearance there. It does, see if you put a regular sight in here, it would probably still clear it too without any kind of an issue, it would look like. And grab just a regular old sight. Oh yeah. So this isn't quite as low profile as the Matthews integrated system, and probably similar to Hoyt. I think Hoyt will get a little tighter to the bow. But they did put the hood down as much as you can get it within the limb. Some of the tricks of like the Matthews and whatnot is they actually cut the quiver so it fits within the limb, so it's in a little tighter. But this is still pretty low profile. I mean, almost anything you're going to bolt on here is going to sit out wider. So that part's pretty impressive. I know the Bowtech center mass quiver could probably mount here, and that would give you a little bit of in and out in comparison to this. But this is definitely going to be lighter. My only question is how much air you got sticking out past the gripper here, but that's a pretty good stretch. I bet you it's pretty quiet. Comment down below on what you think of this quiver and other integrated parts for other bows, because I really do kind of dig when a bow manufacturer makes things that are specific to their bows, because they're limiting their sale window of a product that they can really get away with making because it's only going to fit on certain things. But they're doing that to try to make a more performance piece of equipment for you, specifically for the bow that you're going to buy, to add value to the product that they make. So I appreciate it when they do that, because it's financially, it can be a hard thing to do. So hats off to PSE for making something unique that I haven't seen on a bow before. I haven't seen a gripper mounted on a roller guard. That's a neat idea. Way to go, guys. And tune into the next video after this one, which is me continuing to build this bow and finish everything out on it. And this is the bow of the year according to Outdoor Life. So I want to compare it against the other bows that I had picked personally to try to test down to see what bow I'm going to use for hunting. So, hey, you want to save a little money? Coupon code MFJJ right down below when you're checking out on the website. Save you a little bit of coin. Follow along to the Instagram. Giveaways are coming. It's different this year than last year. I think you're going to like it. I kind of stole something from another industry on what I'm going to do for it. So I hope you get excited about it, or excited as I'm going to be, but not yet. It's not Christmas time yet. Thanks for watching.